Let me ask you a question. Are you one of the millions of Americans who are completely shocked when you opened your mailbox and found your very first Medicare Part B bill? For so many new enrollees, there's this moment of sheer panic when they see an amount well over $500 just staring back at them. You're probably thinking, wait a minute, wasn't this supposed to be a monthly rate? Well, unfortunately, the default billing method for Medicare Part B is actually a quarterly paper bill. That means every 3 months, you are expected to remember to write a massive check, find a stamp, and trust the mail system. It's incredibly frustrating.
To really put this into perspective, if we look at the standard Part B premium for 2026, it's $202.90 a month. You multiply that by 3, and well, that is a pretty hefty sum to remember to pay all at once. And here is the scary part. If you miss a manual payment, or if that paper check happens to get lost in transit, you are literally risking a lapse in your health coverage. Missing a payment could mess up your benefits and potentially trigger late fees or even permanent late enrollment penalties. Nobody wants that, right? It's just a lot of unnecessary stress.
Okay, so let's dive into this explainer and fix that. Today, we are going to introduce you to the ultimate set it and forget it solution. It's called Medicare Easy Pay. We are going to capture exactly how you can implement this totally hassle-free automated solution to streamline your healthcare finances and, more importantly, protect your coverage. By the time we're done here, you are going to have a clear, actionable plan to simplify your payments for good.
We have a clear roadmap for you today. Section 1 is our Introduction to Easy Pay. Section 2 covers eligibility and requirements. Section 3 is the setup process. Section 4 dives into troubleshooting and support. Section 5 gives you some tips and insights. And Section 6 is our summary and disclaimer. Let's get right into it.
Starting off with Section 1, Introduction to Easy Pay, the hassle-free solution.
So, what exactly is this program we're so excited about? Medicare Easy Pay is a completely free, safe, and secure system run directly by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. Basically, instead of you writing those huge quarterly checks, this service automatically pulls your monthly premium right out of your checking or savings account. The standard deduction happens on the 20th of each month or the next business day if the 20th happens to fall on a weekend. It is designed to save you from postage, paper clutter, and that constant nagging worry of wondering, hey, did I actually pay my medical bill this quarter? Your payment will just simply show up on your bank statement as CMS Medicare Premium.
Moving right along to Section 2, Eligibility and Requirements, who can use it and what you need.
So the absolutely crucial point here is understanding if you're actually eligible. If you are already receiving monthly benefit payments from Social Security or the Railroad Retirement Board, your Part B premiums are actually automatically deducted from those checks. If that's your situation, you literally cannot use Medicare Easy Pay because the system is already automated for you. However, if you're not yet drawing those benefits and you get bills directly from Medicare for Part A or Part B, then Easy Pay is built exactly for you. Before you jump into the sign-up process, you'll want to be prepared, so grab these specific items. First, you need your official red, white, and blue Medicare card. You are specifically looking for that 11-character Medicare number printed right on the front. Second, if you are setting this up with a checking account, you'll need a blank, voided check just to validate your banking details. Finally, ensure you have your exact bank routing number and account number ready to go. Remember, no spaces or symbols, just the numbers themselves.
All right, Section 3, Step-by-Step Setup Process. 2 ways to sign up. You actually have 2 distinct paths to sign up, but honestly, we highly recommend the fast online route. Paper forms can take weeks, but doing it digitally is incredibly efficient. It's just 4 simple steps. Step 1, go to mymedicare.gov and log in. If you don't have an account yet, take a minute to create one. It really holds a wealth of useful information. Step 2, click on your name in the top right to open your account menu and select My Premiums. Step 3, within that section, you're going to see a button to sign up for recurring payments. Click that. And finally, Step 4, carefully enter your bank routing and account numbers, check the authorization box, and hit Submit. And that's the whole shebang.
Now, if you are someone who strongly prefers paper, or maybe you just don't have reliable internet access right now, there is a traditional mail-in option available. You'll need to print and fill out Form SF5510, which is officially called the Authorization Agreement for Pre-Authorized Payments. Once you fill it out, you mail this form along with your voided check directly to the CMS Premium Collection Center in St. Louis, Missouri. Just keep in mind, choosing this paper route does introduce some significant administrative processing delays.
If you do use the paper form, I won't lie, it can look a bit bureaucratic, and this visual brilliantly illustrates 2 of the most common spots where people tend to get confused. Over on the left, it asks for your agency account identification number. Don't let the jargon fool you, that is simply your 11-character Medicare number from your card. On the right, it asks for your 9-digit routing transit number. That's just the number from the bottom left corner of your check. Make sure you place these accurately so you don't run into the headache of having your form rejected.
Moving into Section 4, Troubleshooting and Support, Timelines and Potential Issues.
Now please pay close attention to this timeline, because it's a biggie. Medicare Easy Pay is fantastic, but it is not instant. Setup takes about 6 to 8 weeks to fully process. Because of that delay, your very first automatic deduction could actually bundle up to 3 months of premiums all at once, just to catch your account up. But don't worry, after that initial catch-up payment, the system settles down into a nice, standard, single-month deduction on the 20th of every month.
So because of that 6 to 8 week gap, you absolutely must continue to manually pay your premiums by check, online, or by phone. This is critical to prevent a lapse in your medical coverage. You might be wondering, well, how do I know when I can finally stop manually paying? You just need to look at your monthly CMS 500 premium notice. When your Easy Pay is officially active, the top right corner of that statement will clearly read, "This is not a bill." That is your absolute green light that automation has finally taken over.
But what happens if something goes wrong? Say your bank rejects an automatic payment, or your account just doesn't have enough funds that week. First off, don't panic. Medicare isn't going to immediately cancel your insurance. Instead, they'll send you a letter explaining why the payment failed, and they'll give you instructions on how to send your payment manually. Once you pay that full balance due, Easy Pay just automatically starts right back up again. And remember, if you ever need direct human support, you can always call 1-800-MEDICARE.
All right, let's jump into Section 5, Additional Tips and Insights, Managing Your Costs. I have got an absolute lifesaver tip for you here. If you ever decide to change your bank or maybe open a new checking account, you can easily update your Easy Pay information online. But, and this is a huge but, just like the initial setup, a bank switch takes 6 to 8 weeks to process. Because of this, you must leave your old bank account open and adequately funded during that whole transition period. If you close the old account too early, the Medicare deduction is going to bounce, and you'll be right back to dealing with paper bills and potential late fees. We also completely understand that healthcare costs can be a really heavy burden. If you ever find yourself struggling to afford these monthly premiums, you need to know that help is available. There are Medicare savings programs out there, things like the Qualified Medicare Beneficiary and Specified Low-Income Medicare Beneficiary programs. There's also the Extra Help program, which is specifically designed for Part D prescription drug costs. If your income and resources are limited, looking into these state and federal programs can literally be life-changing. Let's wrap things up with Section 6, Summary and Disclaimer, Next Steps. To summarize, Medicare Easy Pay really is the optimal payment method for anyone directly billed for Medicare. It offers this incredible automation, which means when premiums inevitably change from year to year, the system just adjusts your withdrawal amount automatically. You never even have to log in on January 1st to update your settings. It utilizes completely secure government-run ACH deductions, and best of all, it is a 100% free service that keeps you safely out of the penalty box. As a quick disclaimer, while this explainer is heavily researched and based on reliable Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services sources, policies can always evolve over time. You should always verify specifics directly at Medicare.gov or by calling their support line. Furthermore, decisions about your retirement and healthcare finances are deeply personal, so we always encourage consulting a trusted financial advisor to get an approach tailored specifically to you and your situation.
We are going to leave you with this final thought today. Medicare really doesn't have to be so hard. By taking just 10 short minutes today to get Easy Pay set up, you are buying yourself incredible peace of mind. So I have to ask, what are you going to do with all the time, energy, and stress you save by never having to worry about a lost medical check again? We sincerely hope you use it to just simply enjoy your retirement. Thanks so much for joining us for this explainer.